It's really cool what our partners have been delivering, and the value that they've been producing for our clients is real. And I want to talk about one group in particular who we're really excited to renew our partnership with, and that's with Guidance Software. Guidance Software is a market leader in our space, and we've been working closely with them recently to develop a renewed and seamless integration between EnCase, Enterprise, and Relativity. And I can tell you we're really committed to this partnership because we know how many of you rely on both these tools, and today it's not that easy to move data between the two. And right now I want to bring up Guidance's CEO, Patrick Dennis, up here to talk about our partnership and why it's meaningful to both companies, why we think it's meaningful to you. Hey, just quickly tell us about Guidance.
Yeah, and many of you know us, but let me give you some stats and figures that might be interesting. So Guidance is all about endpoints. We're deployed on more than 33 million of them. You can think of that as laptops and servers. Those are obvious things, but we also do Amazon and Azure-based virtual machines. I did a forklift, so I'm now monitoring forklifts.
Forklifts.
Yes, it's a big market.
Yes.
We add about 1 million of these endpoints a quarter. We're lucky enough to serve 80% of the Fortune 100 and about half of the Fortune 500. So it's pretty cool. And lately we've been getting deeply embedded into cybersecurity. I think you know that's a passion of mine.
Yeah, I remember we first met like 2 years ago. You just took the job over at Guidance, and I was like, hey man, we should meet.
I know. It was so for those of you in the audience that might think this is funny. So my first show, I'd been on the job 12 days. My version of this is called Enfuse. And I invited Andrew to come out and see us, and we've been working on this.
She didn't bring me on stage.
No, because
I would have done it, though.
We didn't have anything to do yet.
Yes.
I'm so happy. And here we are, just a short time later, and we're doing this, and I think it's awesome.
It's awesome, yeah. So from a technology perspective, what excites you about the renewed integration between our two products?
So let me get this right. We want to simplify and accelerate, right?
Simplify and accelerate, yep.
I'm catching on.
Yeah.
So here's what I think of. When I think of what we do at Guidance, we have thousands of endpoints. And let me put this in perspective. It's not unusual for our customers to be using 100,000, 200,000. I have a bank doing 400,000 endpoints worth of work, right? So it's pretty incredible scale. And for us to be able to take all those endpoints and quickly discover information on them, collect it, and then kind of do more like forensic searching on it before we move it to your platform, I think it just makes it much easier for all these guys out here to use both of our products.
Yeah.
And I'm super excited about making that easy. Load files stink.
Yes.
We got to get rid of those.
Data transfer.
Stinks.
Mapping fields.
I don't want to map fields, man.
Yeah.
I just want to send the data.
Push it straight through.
So we started to build this connector. I think you heard about it in the summer. Is that right?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I got super excited about it. I just kind of got wind of it. And I'm like, what? Let me see it. And then took a quick demo of it, and I called you immediately like, dude, this thing is awesome, and you got to come to our conference.
Yes. So for everybody out there, we've decided that the connector has to be awesome.
Yeah.
Which means load files got to go away. We have to do the data map. The movement of the data has to be simple, and that's all happening right now. The first version of the software is shipping now, and we're committed to making quarterly updates to the connector so we can keep pace with the level of innovation Kate Kuro.
Awesome. So earlier we talked about our own ECA and investigation product, and Guidance has ECA and investigations.
Yeah.
How do you see us how do we play together? Is there an overlap?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think sometimes in an effort to make things easier, we wound up creating buckets, and I think ECA has kind of turned into a bucket and a term.
It's like mobile.
It is, like mobile, social.
Cloud,
ECA. So I think what's different is, when I think of my users, they have to take these thousands of endpoints, they have to pull information down, and our job really is to make sure the universe of information is full and complete and is defensible, right? And then it has to get moved and culled down a little bit. But frankly, we're doing that more from a technical point of view. We want to make sure, again, that the universe of information that we hand over to the legal staff is full and complete.
So it's like bits and bytes, slack space, and...
Did you Google that? Well, I
did.
Hey, listen, we're all about doing a dead box analysis before we log into the memory. We do the E process, it slips us into the PEB, and then after we're done with that, we jump through continuous monitoring the process list, and then you have to do a little bit of shim caching before we get done.
Oh, got it. So you guys do all the technical mumbo jumbo stuff, and then the larger data set, it's more words on the page, right? That our people are focused on, right? Like this.
Right. I mean, in my world, we have to make sure the bits and the bytes are all done and they're forensically sound and it's legally defensible, and then we have to make sure that the words on the page look right for you folks.
Cool. Speaking of overlaps, so what do you think of our collection product?
It's cute.
It is cute. Patrick,
Cute.
thank you, man.
Good to see you.